What's the mentality of your team coming into this game?
Give me a little more volume, no?
Happy New Year, coach. What was the mentality of your team coming into this game?
The mentality was to get the job done based on the performance throughout the week leading up to the game. It wasn't what I expected based on the end result. And furthermore, the first half, it was basically Portmore, but it was a different ball game in the second half when I injected, Steve Clark and Shaquille Jones. But overall, it was a good game for both teams.
Coach, we saw a moment, especially in the second half, when Portmore United keeper came out and collected the ball from a throw-in from your side. Do you think that your side is becoming a little bit too predictable?
It's not a matter of predictable. The throwing was not good. Because if the keeper was so far from his line, it's easier for you to make a simple pass and receive back the ball that you can utilize across to create a chance. So it come back down to decision making.
Speaking about decision making, we had at times that the referee, was a little bit indecisive in the match and let the match got away from her time and time again. What do you think about the referee's performance today?
I'm not here to elaborate on referee. I mean, Jamaica and the wider spectrum watch that game, and they can do that part of it.
What went through your mind? You had a possible penalty decision or even a red card, even if it wasn't in the box, but on the edge of the box right there when both of former United players looked to take down their attacker. What went through your mind at that moment?
No, it's definitely a foul. And it's an initial red card, knowing to the fact that that was the last defender. But that is something that needs to be a part of our football, VAR. And it's the only way a referee will learn as well as players will understand. And if it continues like this, these players will always fall short when they move on to the next level.
And what do you think about the current form of the team right now?
We're playing fairly well. One particular player was absent today. If you didn't realize, Anthony Nelson, after he scored, a brace in the last game that we played, he ended up suffering. I want to try to find a decent word, but make it easier. He crashed on a bike. I get to understand. As a result of that, is he have some damages on his feet. So he was absent today. We are hoping that he can come back, as soon as possible.
How long do you think he'll be out in this coach?
Only the doctor can say.
Based on what you just said, it seems like you're very disappointed in him being injured on a bike. Sounds like he should not have been on a bike.
He shouldn't have been on a bike. And if you notice, the eve of the Premier League, we lost a player, in a motor vehicle accident where he was burnt alive. And it's always sad to remember it. And I think those boys would have learned, but it shows that they are not learning.
And how do you fix that, coach, in terms of players being more responsible for their actions off the field of play?
Well, we have to put a lot of consequences in place, and players have to know that it's a job they have, and those unnecessary things are not accepted.
Just to talk about losing players. We see Don is not here with the team anymore.
Yeah.
Tell me what the situation and how
it's not a matter of situation. If you notice, Speed that have been doing, Rudolph Speed that have been doing extremely well in the CONCACAF Club Championship. And if you notice, he also has a lot of niggling injuries with some of his key players. So it's really a loan, a 6-month loan for this youngster to see if he can help that team going forward, because we know that this is the real round as it relates to CONCACAF Club Championship. And this is the real money. So Speed is hoping that he can, be a part of the team and make an impact.
But we will not missing.
Well, you will miss a Don, knowing to the fact that he was one of the better players last season, still struggling to find his form due to overweight problem. But we are hoping that he can turn it around and help the Cavaliers team.
How disappointed not to take 3 points? You're right there behind Portmore in 7th. I think 4 points behind. Certainly, have been a good run. Portmore, on the other hand, have not been on such a good run. Disappointed.
It must be disappointed because the main objective today is to keep a clean sheet. And if you notice, the goal that we gave up, it came from an error defensively. And the players have to understand this is the level that you have to minimize mistake as it relates to defending. It can't be giving up so many unnecessary goals. But, kudos to the players who came on in the second half, that is Clark and Jones, that came on and made the difference for us to earn a point.
So they're looking to make the push into the top 6 from here on, though, coach.
Yes, and I know it is possible. And all we're going to do, continue working.
Speaking about making the push, final question, coach. That it's a transfer season right now. Can you leave us with a name or even tell us that you're in the transfer market?
Well, in Jamaica, do we have quality players that can come in to teams at this time to make a difference? The answer is no. And if they are quality, it means that they'll be looking to go overseas. So the players that we have, in terms of their talent, it's minimal because they are more subjected to errors in which we as coaches have to continue to fix them. Nevertheless, we have some youngsters that we are looking to add to our team and see how best we can get them to understand the Premier League going forward.
Yeah, coach, Malik Cockins, new to the Tivoli Gardens team, made his debut today. What do you make of his performance?
It was a bad performance, because what I asked him to do, I think he did that. He got a chance in which decision making resulted in Portmore defender blocking that play, but it should have been a one-time execution. But, it's a learning process and it's also a work in progress.
All right, thanks, coach.
Thank you, coach. Happy New Year again.